Hey guys, how's it going? And happy Friday. I hope you all are doing good. Sorry about the delay, but it takes a minute to set up in a new place. And I just set up my mobile studio, if you will. So hopefully everything's coming in good, audio and video. And yeah, I just got done leaving a meet and greet dinner, was seeing some cool buddies of mine that I haven't seen in a while. And I left just so I could be here to hang out with all of you guys. So I hope you guys are having a good time. We're going to discuss a few different things tonight. Like the title says, is another 7.62 by 39 ammo ban coming? Maybe, and I'm going to tell you a few clues. Now, this is nothing to panic anybody. This is nothing that's been formally announced, but this ain't my first rodeo. Been around for a while, and I've done some research, we'll just say, and found a few clues poking around. I've also spent yesterday at Palmetto State Armory. It was a great time. I posted some content both here on YouTube as well as locals. You guys are going to want to make sure that you're a member of my locals community. It's a place where you can be a supporter for access to some more perks, as well as free members, which I post a ton of stuff to free members as well. And some of the stuff we're talking about tonight, I have more info over on locals that I need to share there just due to all of the crazy YouTube policies, right? And I'm also going to be streaming tomorrow night, which is Saturday. Each and every Saturday, I do an exclusive live stream on locals where I can touch guns. So I'd like to thank all of you who are already there. The rest of you, make sure you sign up. The link's down in the description. And I also want to thank all the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and those of you who leave generous super chats on these live streams. Guys, I'm not down here on vacation. I'm down here for you guys. Like, I'm literally down here doing like investigative journalism type stuff. I'm finding out about new products, showing you guys some cool behind the scenes stuff. So I don't know if there's any PSA fans out there, Palmetto State Armory in South Carolina, but I've got you guys some cool stuff that you might not be able to see otherwise. That's why I'm here for you and showing you guys as much stuff as I can. And before I get into that topic, I just saw my friend Marksman TV in the chat. Man, it's good to see you in the chat, and I wish you were here, dude. Maybe next year, hopefully next year. Chris from Marksman TV. Shout out to his channel. Great channel. Great shop if you're ever down in Indiana. And look, we're going to hang out again soon, guys. Once my landscaping season slows down, once he can slow down a teeny bit. Like, look, I hope his shop doesn't slow down because I want him to make as much money as possible. But once stuff slows down, I'm going to make a trip to Indiana. So you'll see a video from us down there in the next few months or so. And maybe we'll do a live stream again. But I wish you were here, dude. And he's been with me the last 2 times that I've come down to Georgia. Like, we stayed in the same house and whatnot. So shout out to you, man. A great channel and a really good friend. And I don't want to rub it in because you're not here, but I just mean I wish you were here. But hey, next year, right? So 7.62 by 39 ammo. Look, we're going to have some fun tonight. This is not just a doom and gloom topic. I mean, there's lots of doom and gloom topics. Dianne Feinstein. That's in the good Lord's hands now, wherever she's at. I'll just leave it at that. That's some good news probably, right? Now, look, 7.62 by 39. What I'm really talking about, let's start off with, well, really, we should talk about Chinese ammo, but I've talked about that in a video in the past. That was 1994. Got banned summarily across the board. Now, look, I'm not a foreign policy expert, and that's not why you're here, but indulge me for 30 seconds. If I could wave a magic wand and get all the Chinese crap out of our country, get all their communism culture out of our country, I'd do it. I'm not a fan of China. I don't like commerce with China. But when we think about certain calibers of ammo, not just Block calibers, but 9mm, originally a German caliber, obviously, 308, stuff like that. China was a leading supplier of ammo in this country, and it was cheap. But they just banned it. Again, if we could ban everything from China, I'd be cool with it, but they didn't. In 94, they just banned their rifles, not their shotguns. You can still buy Chinese shotguns sold every day today like crazy. But they banned their ammo, and then they banned rifles and pistols. Okay. That was 1994. Let's fast forward to the administration of the current former vice president. did the Russian sanction. This is Tula ammo, and this is where we're going to have a little fun tonight, guys, okay? I have something fun planned with this box of ammo and a couple other boxes that I bought at Palmetto State Armory at their Fernandino Road store that a lot of you guys have probably been to if you're in the area. We're going to talk about that in a minute, the fun part of it, but this stuff's sanctioned, guys. There's still some Form 6s that are still valid, and there's a crap load of this that was brought into the country when those sanctions were announced. But it's drying up, okay? It's drying up. I've talked to some people that are on the inside of this type of business, and hey, there's a reason why this stuff is 3 times more than what it was just a few years ago, and why it's double of what it was a year or so ago. Now, this isn't looking good for us to get Russian stuff back ever again. I think you guys know that. We're realists. You have to be a realist. We have to have fun. We're going to have fun tonight, but we're getting screwed on that. It's not going to come back. However, there's been a few little rays of light, and 2 of them were the Global Ordnance 7.62 by 39 ammo. Look, guys, they're not banning the caliber outright. If anybody didn't quite read the title all the way, okay, I get it. Some people just kind of skim the title. I understand. I'm not saying that they're banning the caliber, but it says, is another 7.62 by 39 ammo ban coming? And I'm saying maybe. And I'm going to present some of my little investigative journalism, if you will, on this. I'll do a standalone video on this topic when I get back to Michigan in my regular studio, and I can do a more presentable video. But I know a lot of you guys mainly listen to this, so it doesn't matter if the lighting's quite right. And shout out to all the people who watch on replay, too. So we've had a couple little oases that have kept us going on. We're still saying 7.62 by 39. We're going to talk about 5.45 by 39 and 7.62 by 54R and even 6.5 Grendel tonight. So stay tuned. I have some exclusive info about an update on PSA making steel-cased ammo. Okay? I'm going to bring that to you guys in just a minute. So there was an offering by Global Ordnance that came in pretty plentifully. This is why you guys need to follow my locals community, because I literally post the deals on this stuff when it comes, where you can get the best possible deal when it's in stock. I work really, really hard for you guys to find this stuff. We have to do it there because we just can't do it here because we're on YouTube. And look, I like being on YouTube, but just because I like all of you guys, not because I like big tech or Google. Locals is a censorship-free alternative tech site. I'm going to reference some things there because that's where you have to go to see the rest, because we are not in a First Amendment zone here. It's just the way it is, and I hope everybody understands that. So I was sharing with you guys on locals. There was a Global Ordnance Circle 10 Bulgarian ammo that was coming in the country pretty good about a year ago or so. A lot of you guys were able to mop up on some of those deals, and they were awesome last year on that. We shot 1,000 rounds of it through my PSA GF3 AK at the 2A EDU hangout. Make sure the channel members, Patreon supporters, and local supporters check the post I made over there. You guys are invited. It's a special thing I do for my supporters to give back who are helping to financially support. We blasted 1,000 rounds through that stuff. I shot it up. I ain't seen that stuff come back in the country. So the Russian stuff is still here. By the way, if you guys want a good deal on this, check out my locals community. Whoever's watching from YouTube, I am not promoting this here because I can't. But if you go to another site, there's posts. You won't have to scroll down far, I promise you, and you'll see where you can get the best deal on this that I know of. So let's go back. And now I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of is another 7.62 by 39 ammo ban coming. And I'm suspicious it might be. One more time, and I hope I'm wrong. But here's how this stuff works. You don't know 100% until it's already too late. And then once it's too late, you're reacting. And I'm hooking my viewers up right now, giving you guys some food for thought so you can think about things. And if you agree that my suspicions may be correct, you can think about things proactively instead of reactively. So if you guys remember Russian ammo that used to come in the country, it was made by Golden Tiger. More specifically, pardon my Russian, I'm going to call it the Vimpel factory. That's kind of how it's spelled phonetically. And they made a nice lacquer-cased ammo. Not the same manufacturer as Tula. It's not the same manufacturer as Wolf. There were a couple different companies primarily making ammo to sell to America before the former vice president sanctioned it, right? So that was good ammo. A lot of people really liked it. We're talking like a nice lacquer on the case to prevent that corrosion, a sealed primer, a sealed case neck, helping to make it generally impervious to moisture, getting down into your powder column, getting into your primer. These are all things we have to worry about if our ammo can be subject to inclement conditions. It was good ammo, man. For you guys that have been around the AK for a while, the SKS, so many good guns. A lot of you guys bought their 7.62 by 39 and their 5.45. All right, that stuff's gone. I haven't seen any of it in the country. I still see some of this here and there, and I can show you guys where this is available on my locals community. So go there if you want to know where to get this. I bought 20 boxes yesterday at PSA with my own money, by the way. So Red Army Standard was reboxing Tula, that Century's ammo line, for a while. And then in the recent years before the sanctions, they were reboxing that Golden Tiger ammo. Now, it was gone. It is gone from the sanctions. And then there was an offering from Kalashnikov USA. I'm trying to bring you guys up to speed because on locals, I've done streams about this stuff in detail, but a small percentage of the YouTube viewers go there, even though it's like actually where my coolest content is, just because it's so hard here with the Alphabet Corporation and Google and YouTube. So this Kalashnikov USA stuff came in, and I opened it up. And I'll tell you what, with a lot of comparisons, I couldn't tell the difference between it and the Vimpel Russian or the Golden Tiger ammo. Down to like the exact bullet being used, down to the lacquer on the case, down to even the type of sealant that was used on the primer and case neck. And I'm going somewhere with this. This is all tying into what I'm literally talking about tonight. And good to see all you guys joined in the chat, by the way. Shout out to you guys. So that came in, and then it was gone. Now, I did a side-by-side comparison, and I showed the roll mark, meaning like the font, the typeset, if you will, where it says 7.62 by 39 on the case head. You know, you look at your ammo. This is Tula ammo. This is not the exact stuff I'm talking about, but because this is already banned, it's just their stuff here because they ordered like a bunch of rounds before the ban took effect. But you look at your case head, and you can see writing on it, right? Now, I don't have studio lighting in here, guys, so this may be an epic fail. But you guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, because there are new people here, just look at this portion, the bottom of your case, and there'll be some type of writing on it. If you've studied ammo, which I'm a nerd, especially when it comes to like military and con block ammo and stuff, I actually study this stuff. The typeset on that ammo was identical to the now banned Russian Golden Tiger. And that stuff was imported and made in a country called Azerbaijan. That stuff dried up. Let's get to the here and now. There's a new importer of 7.62 by 39 that's come on the scene recently, and it's called Tela Ammo, allegedly coming from Tela Impex, and allegedly on the box it says made in Azerbaijan. Now, Azerbaijan's a very small country over there near Russia and that part of the world. And there is a factory called Tela Impex. Now, upon examination, and we went through a thorough, so locals guys that watch my live streams, if there's anybody kind of wondering, like first you need to go to my locals and check the past live streams. But for tonight, tell me what you guys thought that watched that stream over there. I was literally holding them up, showing you the typeset, the font of the roll marks between Russian Golden Tiger ammo and this so-called Azerbaijan-made Tela ammo. Now, if you don't know what Tela ammo is, check my locals. Like, it's right near the top of the feed. I just posted a deal for it earlier today. 2 different places that have it, that are places I trust, that are the best deals. So if you're like, where is this stuff? How can I get it? That's my locals community, links in the description. Check it out after the stream. Multitask if you've got different tabs. So again, after like kind of forensically going over it, I can tell no difference between this Tela ammo and the Russian banned stuff. Now, I did a little more research. You guys can come to the conclusions you want, but it says made in Azerbaijan on the box. Okay. And it has a little bit different head stamp, meaning like the Russian stuff would have like 7.62 by 39. and then it would have the year it was made. So the box I was showing on Locals a few weeks ago or a month ago it said like 12. That was 2012 made ammo. Okay. Fairly common for military type calibers to put the year on there. But the roll mark, the typeset, the font, the color of the neck sealant, the color of the primer sealant, the type of lacquer, every manufacturing technique, the font of the 7.62x39 all lined up. I'm like, well, that's interesting because it says this ammo comes from Azerbaijan. Now, you can't bring in ammo from Russia, but you could then, and as far as I know, you still can right now. I'm not sure how much longer, bring in ammo from Azerbaijan. Okay. Now, we went through all of that. Again, I couldn't tell the difference. Now, I did a little more research, and I went on Impact's website. You guys can do that if you want. I'm not promoting that YouTube. I don't even think they sell anything. It's just, this is a site that, now, they have a big factory, and they make all kinds of things. They make some military things, and they make large arms, and I saw where they make bombs and warheads, and they made some electronics, and I think even bicycles, which is very common in other countries, by the way. That the same company that would make guns and ammo would also make, I don't know, bicycles, trains, cars, dirt bikes, chainsaws. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. And if not, it's interesting to see where some of these foreign companies, all the stuff they make. Tele Ammo, which is getting imported from them, from Azerbaijan, doesn't say they make small arms ammo at all. So I did a little bit more research. And Azerbaijan, as far as I could tell, now they might have top secret classified stuff I don't know about. They have contracts where their military buys their 7.62x39 from Russia. So with all of that said, I've been shooting some of this Tele ammo. Before that was Kalashnikov USA import stuff. And I can't tell the difference between it and Russian Tula ammo. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say that it is Russian ammo because I'm not going to accuse anybody of that. I don't know that. But I'm able to still right this minute buy ammo that, and I'm talking, I've shot thousands of rounds of this stuff, guys. I've been a 7.62x39, 5.45, all these calibers junkie for decades. So I'm buying right now as we speak, like I literally showed some on Locals like a week ago, ammo that is basically like, dude, as long as I can still get this, it's not that I'm happy about the Russian ban. Don't take that the wrong way at all, but I'm still able to get the ammo I was before. That, again, it says it's made in a different country and all that stuff. But it's the same ammo as far as I can tell. Except for there's conflict going on right now in this little-known country of Azerbaijan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It doesn't really matter because the principle of this is what the intention of this part of the stream is. I'm going to share my screen with you here, and we're going to bring Senator Feinstein into this, okay? A lot of people have been telling me they're celebrating today Senator Feinstein Day, so happy Feinstein Day. If I would have had the votes. I didn't have the votes, she said, but if I would have had the votes in the Senate, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in. Do you guys remember that? So happy Senator Feinstein Day. Since I'm a big fan of them, I went to her Twitter page earlier today. No, I literally did, just to see what they would say about, I was going to see if they were celebrating Senator Feinstein Day on the old X, right? So I went on Twitter, X. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, guys. They seem to be pretty censorship free. I'm going to start getting more active over there because for years it was too censorship and whatever. But hey, seems like with the new ownership, I'm actually able to post stuff. I posted some cool stuff from behind the scenes PSA footage, some pictures that you guys might want to look at. So check out my Twitter. But let me show you what I'm looking at here. All right, I'm going to share my screen just for a second in honor of Senator Feinstein Day. And I went over to her X earlier, right? Okay, there we go. This is not my setup here, so I'm kind of a fish out of the water, but I'm trying to. Now, I went up here, and it said, from the office of Senator Dianne Feinstein, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And then I scroll right down and look at what I found. This is on the official check mark Senator Dianne Feinstein page. It says for 9 months. Ooh, wait a minute. See, I was heading somewhere with this the whole time. You guys know I'm always heading somewhere. For 9 months, Azerbaijan has targeted the Nagorno-Karabakh. I can't pronounce this stuff, guys, but it's all right. You guys will get over it for all the word snobs out there. Shout out to all the word snobs, but you'll get over it. You'll get over yourself, I promise. Region and deprived more than 120,000 Armenians of critical resources, including food and medicine. Our bipartisan letter calls on the State Department to sanction individuals associated with these military attacks. Dude, like every sanction we have, like the Yugo stuff, the former Yugo stuff, the Serbia stuff, Serbia versus Kosovo right now, you know, think about this. Anytime there's some type of attacks of these senators and representatives, this is a bipartisan effort. I literally found this by looking for Senator Feinstein Day. Like the last 2 tweets she made when she was alive, like right here, the tweet right before it. It's long overdue that the U.S. hold these Azerbaijani officials responsible for their actions. And you guys can go look all this up. I'm showing you the sources here. They're going after sanctioning Azerbaijan. Now, most people probably don't even read the back of the box, but a really good source for can't tell the difference between it and Russian ammo, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to say it is Russian ammo because why would I dare say that? I don't know. But I can't tell the difference. Nobody I know can. They're calling on sanctions. And anytime I've seen them a bunch of people call on sanctions, and then they get their sanctions, the first thing they sanction is guns and or ammo. Now, let me be clear one more time because there's people that might have just come into the chat. I'm not saying that there is a sanction on Azerbaijani ammo. That's not been announced. Okay? This hasn't. But if you're looking at patterns, does anyone see where I'm heading with this? This is what I'm doing right now. I'm literally just showing you some research that I have. And I've talked about this ammo in the past. I don't have any with me where I'm at right now because I am not in Michigan at the moment. But when I get back, we'll do another local stream, and I'll show you guys if you guys need to see the side-by-side comparison. So it just takes where just every time there's another source that dries up, you know, the Chinese ammo has been dried up since 1994. And then the Russian stuff is in the process of drying up. You already can barely get any selection of it. A lot of people kind of just take stuff for granted and sleep on stuff, you know, but this is going to be waning. You're not going to be able to get this the rest of your life. I'll just say that at the very least. But some of the newest arrivals that are coming in mass is from Azerbaijan, however you pronounce it, right? And they're calling for sanctions on a bipartisan level in the United States Senate, and they're also conjuring it up in the House. What do you guys think about that? I'm taking a quick peek at the chat here too. Is there any 7.62 by 39 fans in the house? All right. Well, hopefully this will be interesting to some of the people on the replay. So let me come over here real quick. I did notice I had a super chat earlier. If you want to prompt that up real quick, Linda, I'll be glad to address it, for lack of a better word, and a member chat. But yeah. Am I the only one here that's noticed this, or does it kind of get you just at least thinking? And this is a proactive discussion, just thinking about this stuff. They're calling for sanctions on a country that seems to be about the almost decent pipeline for 7.62 by 39 specifically right now that's coming in from the country. Now, I haven't heard of any sanctions on Bulgaria with the Circle 10. I just can't help but to notice I'm not seeing any of that global ordinance stuff coming in the country in quite some time. Will it come again soon? Hopefully. But keep in mind, there's this place called the Ukraine. and much of Europe. There's Romania that sells ammo here and there. But that stuff just kind of trickles and floats around. And much of the production that's going on in Europe is getting concentrated in the Ukraine, like the biggest proxy war that we've seen in a long time, right? Coming out with a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. And yeah, we have a word snob in the house. So thank you for the donation. I am putting it hard to work, but that's all right, dude. I'll pronounce it however I want, but thank you. It's just every darn time. I hope this doesn't happen. But every time they're like, oh, somebody's up to something. Let's throw a sanction out there. Keep your eye out on this. Okay. Azerbaijan is a hot topic right now in the United States Senate on the national level. If you read the fine print on this tele-ammo, again, can't tell the difference between that and Russian Golden Tiger, which by many people is their favorite, and many have said it was the best civilian 7.62 by 39 ammo of all time, actually, to put it bluntly, right? And they're 5.45, but I'm not seeing any of that come in. Yeah, there's still Romania. They export some stuff here. But here's the problem. Every time another country dries up, and I hope it doesn't happen. It's just, I thought for once. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm going to be happy. People can come back in here a year from now and be like, dude, they never sanctioned this tele-ammo company from Azerbaijan. They never sanctioned it. This was fake news. Dude, like, that won't be putting me down. That'll be awesome. And I'll be like super, super happy if that's the case. But what always happens is breaking news. This ammo has been sanctioned. Whatever's here is here. You can't get any more. And I was like, I can't get any more? I wish it could be yesterday. Well, worst case scenario, yesterday, tomorrow is right now. So I'm just bringing this up because I've seen clues of some of this stuff before, and I didn't say anything because everyone's like, oh, you don't want to instill panic. I'm not instilling panic right now. I'm just bringing up a discussion ahead of time because I think it's good to think about these things. And I kind of gave a little history lesson of how this stuff works. But it's just this stuff keeps repeating itself. But as of right now, there's a plentiful source. I don't know if it's that plentiful. Like, you might not see it at your local gun shops, but if you're over on my locals community, you know how to get it really easily and for a great deal. But I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, they're calling it a sanction Azerbaijan, and that's where like a bunch of this awesome ammo is coming from right now. Jeez, oh Pete. Hopefully Global Ordnance will step it up and get some more shipments over here soon. But with the Ukraine going on, who knows? Stuff's trickling in from Romania for an okay price, and that's okay ammo too. I don't think it's quite as top shelf as the Azerbaijani / can't tell the difference between that and Golden Tiger ammo. Don't get me wrong, but it's just always this death by 1,000 paper cuts. But yeah, nothing's been sanctioned right now from Azerbaijan, but it's right there. Go to Senator Feinstein's Twitter. You'll see. James Kawasaki with the member super chat. Member for 27 months. Well, thanks for supporting so long, dude. I appreciate it, man. Glad to see you here. He says, stay strong, soldiers. Jesus saves. Be brave and arm up. Well, thanks for the encouragement, James. DLD After Dark, what's happening, man? I saw some of your buddies tonight, and I asked them where you were, and I couldn't find you. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I was looking for you. Ask them. They'll tell you. Ask Joe and Rich and Walter Keller. You can ask Chuck from Alaskan Ballistics and Flying Rich and Shooting Gallery, Florida now, right? And he says something I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to 2AEDU. So thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. I'm not going to get caught up in the mispronunciation game tonight, guys, but it's fun. You can have a lot of fun with it. I appreciate it. Z with the super chat. Thank you. He says, can we sanction DC? Dude, how those people all aren't behind bars right now, I have no clue. So if I had any say in it, yes, we should be able to sanction. Can we sanction? I don't know. I can't personally. You can't personally. But if enough American people want to sanction, they can be sanctioned. It's called you're fired. Abolish their position, whatever. You know what I mean? You're fired. Get out. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. CNT Designs Arms. Nice to see you, dude. Member for 8 months. I haven't seen you in here for a while, but good to see you, man. I hope you're doing good. He said to everyone I miss saying hi. Well, he said hi to everybody. So thanks, man. Good to see you. I hope everything's good with what you're doing and life's treating you good, man. Denny's Plant-Based Journey with the member super chat. Thank you, dude. He says, keep up the good work, sir. Member for 31 months. Wow, dude. Thanks for being a continued supporter and just thanks for hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. So here's where I'm going to get into transition into a little bit of good news. Look, one more time, people come and go. So I'm not insulting you guys' intelligence by repeating myself. Sorry for all the guys that are listening on replay, but people come in. It's a fluid situation because this is live right now. But a lot of people watch it on replay, so I'll be brief. If you're just joining live, you can rewind. I've never said, and I'm not saying that the caliber 7.62x39 has been banned. It hasn't. I'm not saying anything else is going to get banned. Well, yeah, other stuff's going to get banned because it's like, dude, if it's a day that ends in a Y, there's a new ban. But I put together a bunch of context clues, and my radar's on right now, okay? Radar's on. We have a bogey. There's something through the air. What is it? It's picking up on radar. All right. A lot of ammo's coming in from Azerbaijan, and they're calling in D.C. right now to sanction the living heck out of them. And every time we sanction a country, we go for all of their ammo first, every single time. Okay? Every single time. That's just what we do. So I want you guys to know about this because you have to know and follow this stuff like beyond nerdy before you'd even start putting two and two together. But I'm looking through and I'm like, this ammo looks a lot like this other ammo that I can't get anymore that I really loved. So I was stoked and I was going on to celebrate Dianne Feinstein Day. Happy Dianne Feinstein Day, right? And I just saw it. I'm like, okay. They put this post up, and then the very two previous posts were, we need a sanction hard. I'm like, this is where this ammo is coming from right now and stuff. If they sanction, we'll see. But here's some good news. This is like I said, I'm down here trying to work for you guys to get you guys some info that'll hopefully, give you a little something to think about. I don't want to say it's an imminent warning, but yeah, might want to think about this situation with this ammo that you need. So I spent the day at Palmetto State Armory yesterday. Awesome company. Go check out my locals to see more stuff on them, as well as here. Look here for continual posts. I have a YouTube community post. Go check that out. Give it a like. It's good for the algorithm. Some really cool pictures I took. Went through their manufacturing facilities. Went and did some range shooting. I'm going to have a fun video for you guys that I'm putting together. I'm going to do some more shooting with a gun that's kind of becoming famous around this channel, my PSA GF3. And some of you guys helped me shoot at 1,000 rounds in less than an hour last year. We're going to shoot it again this year in about a month. And I started off its first shots at PSA last year. Did you guys see that YouTube video where I bought it, made in Columbia, South Carolina, shipped to Michigan? Bought it and then didn't shoot it, but took it down to PSA and shot it at their home range there right in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm like, dude, I want to shoot its first shots down here. And I did, and it's posted on YouTube. Go back and check the channel if you want to see it. I'm like, dude, it's a year later, right? Let's do it again. So I brought it back to PSA and shot the same rifle again right there in their range. Had a lot of fun. I recorded it, so you guys will see that video. And then the next thing I'm going to do with that gun is kind of a twist that you're not going to expect, but you guys will see, and it's something I'm going to do tomorrow and maybe a little bit Sunday, but I can't tell you what it is yet. I just have to be that guy. There has to be a little hook, and it's just something for you guys to look forward to. I shot some other really cool guns down there, and recorded all of it, and we'll have video footage soon. I gave you guys a little sneak peek, just a little bit of a manufacturing process over on Locals for the supporters, so make sure you guys check that out if you haven't logged into my Locals community. But here's something that I did a video on over a year ago. and it said PSA will be making steel cased ammo. And I'm going to do a standalone 5-6 minute video on this when I get back to Michigan. But I wanted to bring it to you guys who are cool enough to be here tonight and hang out with us. Because again, I left like a totally cool, like who's who meet and greet. I'm like, dude, whatever. I'm coming to hang out with you guys. And I was excited to give you a little bit of hopefully encouraging news. So PSA is going to be making steel cased ammo. All right. Now let me back up. Last year I did a tour of their AAC factory. I love AAC ammo. I've shot a lot of it. Again, I just posted something about that over on Locals earlier today. Now, this was public knowledge about a year ago that they were going to get into making steel cased ammo. Now, steel cased ammo is a totally different ball game how you make it than brass cased. It literally is on so many levels. We're talking manufacturing ammo from scratch. All right. Like I've watched them make ammo in AAC. And when I say make, it starts off as a little brass disc. It's called a cup. And it gets extruded into a case. It starts off with like this big melting pot. And they have ingots, like chunks of lead. They melt it. And then it gets melted and formed into a spool of lead wire, okay? And then the wire gets swayed, like cut off and sways to the right side. Then there's ribbons of copper. The jacket gets formed, the primer, the powder, the seating, the measuring. Like, it's just like crazy stuff that goes on with making ammo. So when we're talking about making ammo, it's kind of like this. You build an AR-15. Are you truly building it? Of course not. Like somebody else machined and made the parts, you put them together. Now, if you guys literally want to see them making AR-15s, I actually have footage and pictures of that. You guys can literally go to my YouTube community post. I think they shadow banned it because not many people interacted, or you guys were being lazy and not even giving a like for the algorithm. So, or you guys just forgot. So I'll give you another chance. Hit the thumbs up if you guys forgot. But I'm literally showing you guys from my recent trip to PSA them making parts, like from a raw piece of metal into a part. Okay. When we're talking about making ammo, we're talking about making, which is different than reloading or loading custom ammo. So I get it. A lot of people say, well, to make ammo, you buy a case, you buy a bullet that's already jacketed or whatever, and you measure your powder and you seat your primer. And look, I'm not taking anything away from anyone that does that. I'm envious of all of you who do know how to do that, okay? So that's awesome. But I'm just putting this all into perspective. When we say PSA is going to make steel cased ammo, when you're literally making from like raw material pieces from the ground all the way up to a finished product, there's a lot that goes into this. Now they've been bringing in the equipment that they need for this steel cased line, we'll just call it assembly line. It's a big deal, dude. Like you go into a true ammo factory, looks nothing like a reloading bench at all. Although reloading benches look really cool. I'm just saying it looks nothing like that at all. Whatsoever. So it takes a while, and there's a learning curve, and there's R&D, and there's all these things because people would literally freak out, and rightfully so, if they're just like, yeah, we'll throw it together, and then it's like blowing people's guns up or something. That would be catastrophic. They wouldn't think about that, obviously. But with that said, they pretty much got what they got right now. They pretty much got stuff in order. So here's how this is working, and you guys are going to hear it first on the 2A Edu channel. I literally talked to one of the co-founders today on the phone, who then consulted with the other founder to give me this information. I wrote down exactly what I can say but it's still something pretty cool. So basically, they've been expanding AAC calibers for quite some time. You just saw the 308 come out. I posted that on my Locals earlier today. That's just come out in the last couple days. Now that the 308's out, we can expect, and this is what they're targeting, okay? So we don't expect it like as in like you're going to hold them to it or there's a signed contract. They're targeting, strongly targeting and anticipating that we're talking November, December this year. They are going to finally be able to crank it up, turn it on, okay? The steel-cased line, the assembly line. And again, one more time, I've been there before. I had no clue what it is like to literally make from the ground up. Some ammo companies, quote, make ammo but they like buy their cases from somebody else, and then they buy their bullets from somebody else. And look, that's still an ammo manufacturing, but it's just like, and look, I'm not sorry, I'm repeating myself a little bit, but like until you're actually there, and some of you guys have been there, so please chime in the chat if you've been to any ammo company where they truly make, like, here's a little chunk of brass. Here's this big old chunk of lead. You throw it in the pot and melt it. And you guys know where I'm heading with this. Like, it's like almost like a modern marvel, just to see how all this stuff works, how computerized it is, how crazy it is. Blew my mind out of the water. All right. So with that said, things are well on their way to being set up. Their target and anticipation is Steelcase is going to come out in November, December of this year. Okay, the 308 was a big hurdle. Once the 308 AAC came out, it is out. You can buy it right now. Posted it on Locals earlier today. The first caliber that's going to be released is 7.62 by 39. So we're going to have a truly American-made steel cased. I have not seen the assembly line running. I don't know if it is yet or not. I don't know exactly the timeline as far as like which piece, is going through, but that's the timeline I'm given. There's a target time frame of November or December of this year. 7.62 by 39 is going to be first. And I hope that there's nothing to my speculations about Azerbaijan. But if we see more of these different European countries go the way of the sanctioned dinosaur, stuff could start to get really bad. Just so you guys know, I'm trying, and they know this, and I hope everyone's mature enough that's watching this tonight to understand what I'm truly telling you tonight. I did not say ammo's been banned from Azerbaijan. I did not say it's imminent, but I'm seeing all of the signs that put me right on red alert. And I did take the time to call them today. And look, one of the co-founders of the company, he's a good friend of mine. I'll tell you who he is because I've talked about him before. His name's Josiah. He's a really, really just a good dude. Professionally, he's an awesome dude. He's very professional with our relationship with the channel as far as giving me a tour. Now, when we're driving in the vehicle from factory to factory, then it's like I'm hanging out with my friend Josiah. Like, this is a really, really good dude. He had the day off work today, and I knew he did, or at least a partial day off. And I called him and said, dude, I don't even know if you're working right now, but I just want to tell you about this. I'm like, look into this whole Azerbaijan thing. He's like, okay, this is on the Feinstein page. Like, I'm trying my hardest too, guys, behind the scenes. And this is a huge, huge company. How I got to know him, I don't know. Just sometimes stuff lines up because I'm a nobody. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm nobody special, but we've developed a close relationship. So I'm reporting the news to these guys so they can look at it and be like, okay, let's look at this. Because if this does happen, if it does, and I hope it doesn't, where we get another big line of ammo sanctioned out, I'm like, just look at this. You guys need to know this so that you can adjust accordingly and get these calibers out to the people because, man, oh, man, is it going to suck if further sanctions go through. At this point in time, if you guys are just tuning in, I hate to be this way, but you're probably just going to have to rewind a little bit because I talked a lot about this already. And to a point, I repeat myself on live streams due to the dynamic audience, but I just don't want to insult all my current viewers and replay people to repeat everything I said. But I put together a whole backstory on why I'm suspicious there could be a potential sanction that could affect some 7.62 by 39 ammo. It's very, very prevalent, but I will take the opportunity to help you guys out and say, go over to my locals community. There's going to be a censorship-free live stream here tomorrow night, as there is every Saturday, and you guys can see literally this exact stuff I'm talking about. Just scroll through the post. I posted stuff about the Azerbaijan ammo literally earlier today after I was celebrating Feinstein Day. All right. The second caliber that's going to be released is 5.45 by 39, which that's going to be crucial as well because PSA has a pretty well-developed AK-74 line, right? And they understand that people need that ammo for that because that's really getting tough right now. And it sucks. Because I've been a 74 fan. I mean, I got a Polish Tantal, which we can't just call that we can't call the Tantal an AK-74 just because it's not, but shoots the 5.45 round. I have a Bulgarian and one that's actually was made in Bulgaria, 74. I like the round a lot, guys. So that's good news. So they're targeting. And this is basically like something that, and look, sometimes stuff goes wrong. It does. But this is a target date. And this is what I can release to you guys. And you're hearing it here first. November/December, steel cased ammo. Targeting November, December, 760 by 39 first, 545 by 39 second. It's going to be followed up third by 762 by 54R, which is awesome, man. Dude, that's awesome because, dude, like just the Mosin, the Gans alone. Who's a Mosin fan out there? Come on, guys. Somebody is. I know you guys are. It's not like somebody is. Of course you guys are. How many of you love the Mosins? There's just something about them. Like, even all their crappy features make them really cool. Like, I like them. I'm serious. Dude, I've got a 7.62 by 54R Vepr from back in the day. The former vice president. Just think about that. Sanctions all the ammo and everything remaining. Trump sanctioned the Molot Vepr rifles. And Obama sanctioned the Kalashnikov Concern rifles. There's more cool stuff from those types of guns and ammo that's sanctioned now than there isn't. But we're having a good time. Like, look, dude. Like, spent all day with him yesterday. Was on the phone today. I believe, and I don't want to speak for the man, but I believe he had the day off today. I called him anyways. Didn't care. I'm like, you need to know this. He's like, thank you for the info. We want to know this stuff too. Like, they seriously care about this stuff. It's bothering the heck out of them watching everything get banned. Well, imports are very volatile. So the more stuff you can make here, the better. But man, my Vepr, it's like, dude, guys, I have a few 54R rounds kicking around here and there. But those old Romanian spam cans, with the silver tips, you could get 440 rounds of it for like, shoot. Up until about 10, 12 years ago when it dried up, you could get it for like $99 if you bought one spam can of 440 rounds. Then you could buy the crate, the wood crate that had two spam cans. These are hermetically sealed. As long as they don't rust to the point where they rust holes through them, they're going to last like the rest of your life. Steel penetrator core, if you know what I mean. Like, we're talking real deal military stuff. Like, very powerful round. I have a lot of respect for the 7.62 by 54R. Longest serving modern cartridge, by the way. Took him a few years to get to the Spitzer bullet, but we're talking like in its original form, like 1790s, right? So, I'm sorry, 1890s, 1790s. Real quick, I'll tell you why the Freudian slip. I'm staying in a farmhouse in Georgia that was built in 1798. 1890s, 1891, man. The 7.62 by 54R is venerable. Love the crap out of that caliber. PSA is going to make it. It's third on their list. Now, they're kind of pulling a wild card with the fourth one. And again, guys, your results may vary. Whatever. Talk about it. I'm going to share a PSA story with you guys in a minute. Do you want an inside baseball story? I'm going to do a video on this too, but I'll give you guys an inside baseball story in a minute to tell you about something that went down that you couldn't even make up if you wanted to. So with all that said, I'm going to disagree with PSA's fourth choice here. Friends can disagree. Their fourth release is going to be 6.5 Grendel. Now, that's not my disagreement. 6.5 Grendel is an awesome cartridge, by the way, both in the AK and the AR. And it needs to come back quick. So if it doesn't come back quick, it's going to go the way of the dinosaur. They know it. The 6.5 Grendel, though, we're going to be looking more like 2024 into 2024. That's not the first priority. One more time is going to be targeting date of November/December for steel case 7.62 by 39. Steel case 5.45 by 39 would be the next one behind that. 7.62 by 54 are the next one behind that. Now, those are the top three. This is on a little lower list because it takes a while to develop a new cartridge. It just does. They got their 308 done. Now, from what I understand, the focus is steel case. It took a long time. You have to bring in proprietary equipment. You guys do know this, right? I don't want to skip stuff that I know. that I'm taking for granted. They can't just use regular AAC line that they have to make all this brass case ammo that I've uploaded videos on this channel, just ching, 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 churning it out. No, no, no. You don't just like push a different button and make steel case 7.62 by 39. It just doesn't work that way. Okay. Some of you that know more about ammo than me might be able to help me explain why it doesn't work that way in the chat. But I'll tell you what, it does not work that way. So there might be a misconception out there that, dude, why don't they just like flip a switch and turn on the steel case production from their current line? No, no, no. This is a whole big process. There's lots of pieces to it. Stuff has to be brought in. It has to be put together. Grendel's going to come out in 2024. There's a little bit more of a loose time frame on that because they know right now they have to get that 7.62 by 39 going, that 5.45 and that 54R. And they're all great caliber. So you guys can be happy. I'm being happy right now. This is good. We like this. We're always so depressed as a gun community. It's like, we're depressed. But I'm getting excited because they care about this stuff. Here's where I disagree. And I want your feedback in the chat. Let me know. They are going to do the Grendel in brass case. Now, that's probably going to make a lot of you guys happy, though. So, like I might disagree with that choice, and probably most of you might disagree with me, actually. That's perfectly fine. But I wish they would have made steel case Grendel like right there. Now, this is not that they're never going to make steel case Grendel. I don't know if they'll ever make it or not. But I was given a list of 4 key bullet points, and that's what we're looking at. Target date, November, December this year for the 3 key steel case cartridges, Soviet cartridges, Russian cartridges, whatever. 3/4 of the world cartridges, really. And then Grendel in a brass case option. That's going to be a little bit further down the line next year. Where are you guys at with that? Does anyone know 6.5 Grendel? It looks like some of you do. Yeah, and some of you guys are going to go right now and come right in and be like, dude, no, that's sweet that it's brass. And that's probably the consensus. I mean, probably the decisions that the PSA or AAC or exactly what they're going to call this steel cased ammo. I'm not going to say right now because I don't know for sure myself, But you guys, when I say PSA, look, there's a whole conglomerate of companies. But you know what I mean when I say that. I hope you do anyways. Yeah. They're gonna they probably know more than I do, and I think the chat might confirm that brass case Grendel probably is the best thing for them to do. There's a reason there. And look, they didn't tell me this, okay? This is just something that I've concluded by my own research. I believe PSA is the largest gun manufacturer in the whole country. I truly believe that, and I've done the research. One more time, they have not declared that to me, but I pretty much know for a fact in my mind they're the largest gun manufacturer in this country. I really, truly believe that. So they probably know more than me, but I just personally wish. Look, I was a big fan of that wolf loading. You guys familiar with it? They call it the 100 grain, right? I wish. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. But that might be awesome news for you guys that they're going to be doing the Grendel and the brass. So here we go, real quick here. Pesky Citizen Chris said, I have a Mosin. Why not? They were $79 when I bought a few. I know, dude. They were $59, and they were $79, and they were $99, and they were $199. Now they're like $4. Should you buy one at $4 right now? I don't know. I don't have any for sale, so I have nothing to gain or lose either way if you guys do or not. But nice round, though. Nice round for sure. Yeah, man, lots of great chat. There's a lot more of you guys than me tonight, so I will have to catch up on most of the chat on the old replay, which I do, and I do enjoy, by the way. So thank you for your chat. I get advice from you guys and encouragement and all kinds of stuff. Let's see here. That's a bit pricey, Tim Blake, but I think you had a typo. I think he meant $120 for 1,000 rounds. I think I got you covered on that typo, man. Thanks for all the encouragement, Threaded, for my pleasure, man. I'm seeing you kind of out of the corner of my eye there, and, I appreciate you, dude. Look what he said. It's days like today, I wish I had loads of cash to donate. Jesus. Not to Diane Feinstein. He was talking about to the 2AEDU channel. Thanks, man. You've been a supporter for a long time, dude. I appreciate you, man. And did you RSVP yet to the hangout? I'm hoping you're going to come. Hopefully you and your family come like you have the last couple of years. So, guys, the supporters, I posted it on the channel members. I posted it on, I'll post it again soon when I get back. But check out those posts over there. Patreon, check it out if you're a member, as well as a local supporter. Get those RSVPs in. It's you and a guest, okay? You and a guest. In Threaded's case, you and a couple guests with your well-behaved. Do I call him kid? That's probably an insult to him if he's watching, but you know what I'm getting at, dude. I mean it as a compliment, actually. All right. Taking a quick peek here at the chat. I'm going to give away some stuff in a few minutes. Do you guys want to do that? I got some cool stuff for you guys from PSA, actually. QD with the super chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate you being generous, dude. $20. He says, did you shoot a minigun in 7.62 by 39? Because that's why it makes steel-cased ammo. Just saying. I did not shoot a minigun in 7.62 by 39. I promise. I did shoot something in full auto yesterday, though. That's probably not YouTube friendly, and I can't find any editing software to take the clip out of like an hour-long recording session. So you guys are probably going to have to wait until I get back to Michigan. I'm on a Chromebook right now and stuff. And it's like kind of like just using a big phone. For those of you that thinks the channel is a big profitable venture, it's not. So I don't have a video editor. It's me, which is not that good. So you guys are going to have to wait. But I did shoot something really cool full auto at PSA. And I'm probably going to post that on locals because YouTube's like super censorship with FA stuff. QD with another super chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Dude, and a channel member. He says, I made this PSA meme intensifies. That would be a good meme, actually. I need some merch with that. I saw John Crump earlier tonight. I said, Crump? Ugh. Saw my friend Alaskan Ballistics at the hangout tonight. He's like, nice hat. Well, he's wearing these big glasses over the top of it at first because it was sunny and then it got dark. I'm like, cool, man. And then he pulls his glass up. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. He was wearing a 2-way EDU hat. Chuck from Alaskan Ballistics has been a good friend of mine for a long time. Really good dude. Crump standing right over. I'm like, dude, these hats are impossible to get. So someone else is standing there. They're like, dude, I want one of those hats. I'm like, can't get them. So I gave Crump some crap. We'll see if we can get him back in the merch business again. So these hats will be available. And I'm not talking behind his back. I said it right to his face tonight. So we'll see what'll happen. I saw something earlier from C&T Designs and Arms, and the chat just jumped on me, man. But I don't want to misquote you, but I probably will. But he had basically said something like, dude, these sanctions are just another way for the government to like do backdoor gun control. I know that's not what you said, but that's kind of what you were saying. No, you're right, C&T. I agree with you, dude. These sanctions is just like we don't have to be held accountable to the voters crap. Thank you, QD. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, man. Sean Zimmerman saying thank you for this. That's cool. But I appreciate you, dude. Tonight's a lighthearted night. Like, I consider you guys friends of mine. Like, I left quite the event tonight to be with you guys because I wanted to. I'm like, dude, I want to hang out with these guys. I want to talk about this. Just keep your eye out on Azerbaijan because when I get back to my shop, I'll be able to put this in better context and I'll hold the ammo up. Hopefully there's no sanction by then, right? But even if they do, then it's still going to suck. But like I said, I was literally calling like the higher ups at PSA today saying, guys, just so you know, there could be something brewing. Get that move on with that ammo. Dude, we're working as hard as we can. We're doing this. We're doing that. I said, what can I tell my viewers? My viewers want to know they're good people. A lot of them are your good customers. And that's what I can tell you guys tonight. November, December, 7.62 by 39 steel case, 5.45 by 39 steel case, then 54R, They're not all going to come out the same day. That's just the order. And then Grendel Brass next year. Dude, I don't know, man. RIP Dango saying, why the heck does my like keep disappearing after I like the stream? Dude, it's tough, man. They don't like this channel, you know? So just keep trying to have my back the best you guys can. And it is what it is, dude. I try to stay on the down low. You know what I mean? I'm not a very high profile guy. I'm a landscaping dude that's never going to amount to nothing on here, but they still, man, somehow they found out about this channel. What do you think, QD? How did they find out about this channel, man? But they're doing some weird stuff around here. I've noticed some stuff. Like, I'm talking like friends I know, dude, in like real life kind of thing. Like, I'm hanging out with them and I'm like, dude, did you see my video? Because we're talking and they're like, nah, dude, what video? Do you still make videos? I'm like, well, yeah. And they look down on their phone and they're like, what? And it says the subscribe button. Like, they were unsubscribed. They're like, dude, I never unsubbed from you. Like, it's weird stuff that's been happening on here. Like, super, super weird. Dude, I'd love to see a 7.62 Jackal with AK mags. Are you kidding me? Dude, the Jackal's nice. I got some Jackal stuff, man, some pictures of it. I don't own a Jackal. I did do a review of a Jackal where Such, which is a good friend of mine, I didn't see him tonight. His name's Don. I think you guys know that. I think he makes that public. But, yeah, the Suit 00 channel. Shout out to his channel. Awesome dude, man. A friend of mine. I always love hanging out with him. I didn't see him tonight. We'll have a good conversation tomorrow. We always do. But me and him, this was at the PSA The Gathering, not the last event I went to, where I had a decent cameraman, right, QD? I had no cameraman at all before that. Well, the Jackal hadn't been released to the public yet. I know there's some new reviewers here, so you guys can go back and watch that video if you like it. If you like the Jackal or just want to go down memory lane with me. But this is a year and a half ago now. I got to shoot the Jackal for the first time. I had no cameraman, so it's like, oh, geez. Like one of my favorite channels I've been watching for like a dozen years. Like, I guess I'll let a million sub channel that's a really, really cool dude be my cameraman. And he was, and there's some outtakes in there. But the moral of the story is I shot the Jackal for the first time. I don't own one. Don't know if I'll ever have the money to buy one or not, but I did get to shoot that Jackal, and whew, that gas piston gun was smooth, guys. Well, fast forward to yesterday. And by the way, I would like that Jackal that you want. Like, I'm totally with you, dude. Trust me. Dude, I'm friends with some people there, but I don't have that much pull. But I know I do mention stuff like this. So when you guys tell me stuff, like, it's kind of a direct line, all right? To those guys. Like, I really do. I'm going to show you a really crazy story in just a second. Let me finish my Jackal story. So, dude, they have these bars of, like, aluminum, and they've got, like, this structure to them, but they just look like this square tube. I think I posted it earlier on Locals, but I'll post. I have tons of pictures to post here on YouTube and some videos. But I'm like, what is this thing? They're like, dude, that's a Jackal upper. And then there's, like, a milling machine right near me doing its craziness. We're talking like the most state-of-the-art CNC machines I've ever seen. Maybe some of you guys that work in machine shops have seen better, but for a guy that was born on a dirt road like myself, this is like going into outer space, seeing this kind of stuff. And then just right there, a few minutes later, there's this complete Jackal upper receiver. And I've got some behind-the-scenes photos of that you guys might like. Yes, QD, that was the second year. And those events are hard. But yes, I do know what you're talking about with the blonde brass. Yes. Do I even wanna yeah, QD hung out with Such earlier this year. Really cool dude. I do like his channel, by the way. I don't think I need to give him a shout out, but shout out to the Suit 00 channel. But even if you're not into his channel, I'm mainly talking about like as a person. Cool dude. He was my cameraman on that video. Chris Plummer, what's happening, man? Longtime channel member. Good to see you, dude. Susan Wiki has my number. I know. Some of you guys know Linda. Is Ultra Mega Mama Linda in the chat tonight? She'll be at the 2A Edu hangout this year. If you guys want to enjoy some of her top-notch cooking, like good stuff. Make sure you go hungry. My friend Threaded for My Pleasure was in the chat earlier. He might be hanging out still. He said, man, I'm not going to eat for like a day or two. He said something like that. He's like, I'm not going to eat for a day or two just so I can gorge a little more. It's good food, man. But no, she's a pretty lady, guys. I'm lucky, dude. I'm lucky. Like, lucky I get to hang out with you guys. Lucky I got to do another tour of PSA, but none of that compares to how lucky I am that my wife's like a really awesome lady. So Susan Wiki, she says, but 2-8 EDU, I'm worth millions. I said, yeah. She goes, you're so broke, you can't even buy 3/4 of these guns that you're talking about. I'm like, I know. She's like, I've got millions. Will you be mine? And I said, Susan Wiki, I'm going to buy you flowers, but only with the thorns on them. You remember that. And I thought that would ward her off, but it didn't. I said, girl, you don't have a chance. My wife's like literally the best in the world. I just told her the truth. You know what I mean? You got to tell the truth. And she said, can we be friends? I said, we can be friends. And then she tried it again. And I said, not so much. We can't even be friends anymore, girl. And ever since then, man, don't take my word for it. Just read the chat. Someone hits like and it gets unliked. I'm riding in the truck with a friend of mine, and he's like, look, and he's showing me my channel, and it has the subscribe button. I'm just like, ugh. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying, Chris? Jeez, oh, Pete. Yeah, there it is. See, I told you guys he said that. I wouldn't make this up. I couldn't make this up. I'm going to show you guys a story. Then we're going to give away a little swag tonight, and we're going to give away a heck of a lot more on locals. I got you guys some cool stuff, mainly stickers and whatnot, but that stuff's cool, man. I love stickers. Like, who has room in their house for a whole lot of stuff anyways, right? But I got you guys some cool stuff that we can ship. Now, let me pull this up real quick because this is something you can't make up. Are you guys in the mood for a little story time? I broke the news tonight. I think I did a good enough job on that, didn't I? So if anyone's in the chat, guys, just help me out. I have a big favor. For whoever's in the chat that's been here the whole time, someone's going to come in here, and I don't blame them. Like, welcome if you guys just joined tonight. But they're going to come in while I'm talking about this. They're going to say, dude, what's up? Did they ban? What's going on? If you guys could help me and just remind them to, like, just go back and rewind a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we need to have some fun right now. We're hanging out together. I don't want to say I'm on vacation because that's really not what this is. Like, I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes to try to get some good info and bring some good stuff to you guys. But at the same time, though, we're out of town, so we're going to have a little bit of fun. Do you guys agree with me? Did I thoroughly break the news part of things tonight? I hope I did. Sometimes people just have to go back and kind of watch just rewind a little bit, which is awesome. And then you'll catch back up and we'll keep hanging out. So here's how this works. I have no idea how. I have no idea why, but they treat your boy good. They treat me good when I go down there. No, they don't give me money. They don't buy me fancy dinners. They're just cool as heck. Like, there's no money exchange, nothing like that. I just mean they literally treat me good, like in a way that actually matters. So, because like money comes and goes, and it's very, very important. I mean something a lot better than that. So, like I said, dude, like I've got one of the co-founders of PSA literally chauffeuring me. Like, I could follow him. I could use Google Maps. I'm just giving you guys the background story so you can go on this trip with me as much as you can from yesterday. And yes, views do matter. So please watch, like, share. Everything matters, guys. They're coming after the channel hard, and I think you guys know this. I was just talking to my good friend Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Really, really nice guy. I can't tell you what, but you'll probably see something from him. This will all come together. My crazy idea. You're going to see it soon on this channel. But, dude, he says it in his videos all the time. He ain't lying. I'm not lying. They're coming for these channels on YouTube right now. So anything you guys can do. So Josiah pulls up a vehicle, right up to the door. We had parked our vehicles, and we were at the headquarters. It's called JJE Capital, PSA, and there are other companies that you all like are part of this. He's like, hop in. I get in the car, and he drives me around, which is just a very polite, courteous thing to do, Well, we get in the vehicle, and I'm like, I had said something to him just a little bit earlier about the steel-cased ammo. We're working on it, man. It's tough. It's this and that. I knew all this at the beginning. Until I was there, it's just I couldn't have believed it. But it's a weird thing to set up an ammo factory from the ground up where you make it out of raw. Okay. So we're sitting there, and this couldn't happen. Like, this stuff doesn't happen, but it did. And just 1 second, guys. I'm going to scroll through here. Now, if this guy's watching right now, I didn't get a chance to look at the chat too much. A couple of you, at least one said you did want to have a little story time, right? Then I'm going to show you guys some swag and give away some of it tonight and more later. So this is 1 day ago. And this guy's name is at CB-ZX3JN. That's his URL. Okay. We're on my phone here. See, cracked screen and all. But can you guys see this? Now, I'm sitting in the vehicle with him. I'm like, dude, this is 1 day ago. So just imagine this. It pops up an alert on my phone. Now, I was only on my YouTube channel for a totally other reason because I wanted to show him a short video that I had done from AAC last year, and he was wondering how it turned out just because he was curious, like, what did that look like? So I was getting ready to show that to him. Something along those lines. I can't remember what video it was now, but I was going to show him something. So I'm on my phone in YouTube, and I see this. This had just come in. I'm like, dude, Josiah, this just came in 20 minutes ago. We were just talking about steel-cased ammo. So this is part of the public record because this person chose to make a comment, right? Now, keep in mind, one more time, I just like to give you guys these stories because I think it's an interesting story, even though the one I'm telling it. I'm the one telling it, but it's just like, wow, like you can't make this stuff up. So I think they make more guns than anybody in the country. They don't say that. That's not what they're saying. That's just me, and I can almost prove that. But anyways, that's how big of a company this is. I'm with one of the two brothers that founded it many years ago in a garage, okay? Like very humble beginnings. And now let's just say, in my opinion, they're doing pretty well for themselves, as they should. He's hanging out with me. And this guy comes in and says, well, it's almost October 2023, ... So let me back up. I tell Josiah, I'm like, dude, a guy just commented, and it's a bit spicy. He goes, really? About what? I said, about ammo. Particularly about the steel-cased ammo. And he goes, really? What did he have to say? I'm like, hey, he's actually not. I mean, he's kind of being cool, but he's a little spicy right now. He goes, dude, would you read it to me? Puts the vehicle in park. We're still in the parking lot, and I read it to him. I'm going to read it to you. So this is just a viewer. I get like so many thousands of comments. It just happened to be this comment comes through from a video I did a year ago while I'm sitting in the passenger seat with one of the co-founders of PSA. You guys get the stage. And I said, and this is what the comment says. Well, it's almost October 2023. Have you heard anything from PSA about their plans to produce steel-cased ammo yet? I'm not feeling too good about this. To make matters worse, PSA is currently producing AK-74 type firearms that you simply can't buy ammo for unless you want to pay over 80 cents per round for it! Exclamation marks. I'm sure PSA will tell you things about AAC ammo since you are a video reviewer. And this is a common misconception, if I should pause. People think like, since you're this, you're part of like this secret cabal. Look, I'll be in full disclosure, guys. I'm not just talking PSA. I'm talking generally. I do find out about things sometimes before the general public. And sometimes I have to keep my mouth shut before certain dates. True. But there's zero like cabal or like you get the real truth and then we lie to everybody else. That may happen somewhere. It may happen with certain creators. It may happen with certain companies. I don't know because I've never been part of that. And if I was ever asked to be, I wouldn't be part of it at all. But I understand why this guy thinks this because it may go on somewhere else. I just don't know anything about it. So he thinks that I know certain things that nobody else is allowed to know because there's like this weird nefarious thing. I get it, dude, if you're watching. I get it why people think that. Not the case with me. But let me keep reading. I'm sure PSA will tell you things about AAC ammo since you are a video reviewer, but for just plain old customers like me, and I'm thinking, well, like me, I bought this literally with my own money from the retail store, by the way. And you guys are going to see why I bought this when I was down here. Stay tuned. You guys are going to see a really cool AK video coming up. Okay, I'm a regular customer, but whatever. It's just for plain old customers in quotes like me, Their customer service is non-existent. We can't find any information about the company plans. Well, look, I don't know. Maybe you guys have had customer service issues. Maybe you haven't, but dude, you don't call customer service and find out what the plans are for like a new line. You watch the 2A Edu channel. I was on the phone with Josiah, and here you go. I wrote it down on a, like, literally, this is what I could tell you guys. So there you go. That's how you find out about it. But he watches my channel, so he's good. He says, and we cannot find any information about the company plans. What a freaking shame that. If you have heard any updates, it would be great to find out. So I hope you're watching, dude. He goes, so anyways, he says, if you have heard any updates, it would be great to find out. By the way, I own 2 PSA K74 firearms. I would love to be able to find 5.45 ammo for my rifles. But it is starting to look like my rifles will only be useful as paperweights going forward. Unless I can find less expensive ammo, soon it will be any ammo. And he's using all caps. He's spicy, and I understand why. He goes, to be able to use for practice. I remain hopeful, but hope don't feed the kitty. Keep up the good work. I gave him a heart. It was a little spicy, but you know what, man? I understand. I totally understand, okay? Like, I get it. PSA's been behind on dates for a lot of stuff before, all right? I expected steel-cased ammo to be out by now, too. This is what I was told, though, the timelines I gave you earlier. And I read it to Josiah, and he goes, I go, dude, if this guy had any clue who I'm sitting next to right now, he's like, no, just tell him. And I said, okay, tell me what you want me to say. Because this was like, really? And this is what I typed. I said, hey, like, look, guys. I said, hey, I'm sitting with the co-founder of PSA right now. They have an open door policy. If you are ever in the Columbia, South Carolina area, they do tours of their facilities. This is for all of you, too, if you need to go there and look at something. Now, there's some top secret fixtures and trade secrets, I'm sure, that probably no one's allowed to see. But this is literally, I said, email me and I will give you his phone number. The guy hasn't emailed me. I don't know if he's watching right now, but literally right here, this is true. He told me to tell him this. He said, dude, give him my number. I'm like, well, not in the public comments. He's like, well, yeah, email. He's having me email. So if this guy did email me, and if he does in the future, I am literally going to give him the co-founder of PSA's number, and he's going to talk to him. And if he's in the Columbia, South Carolina area, somebody will give him a tour of what he needs to see. Isn't that crazy? Like, I thought that was a really, really cool story, you know? And here's something else I'll show you guys, just for a little more behind the scenes. Do you guys like this kind of stuff, or do you want me just to rant about the government tonight? We'll do that when I get back. Trust me. We're never going to be able to be done ranting. We're celebrating Senator Feinstein Day today. Is anyone celebrating that, or just me? They call it Senator Feinstein Day. I was celebrating, and that's when I saw that she's going after Azerbaijan. Trust me, her ghost is still more influential than me and you. She could still get these sanctions through. Trust me. Remember, she didn't even know how to vote. She's like, president. They're like, no, vote aye. Say aye. Say aye. She's like, what? Former vice president walks in. Shubha pressure. Feinstein's like, what's happening? Where am I? Mitch McConnell's sitting there. Stroke. I mean, you can't make this up. But we're having some fun right now. Sitting in the PSA parking lot, in the vehicle, he's like, dude, time to give me a call. I'm like, have you guys ever even heard of that in your life? A company that big? But there you go. If this guy emails me, I'm going to give him his number, and he'll talk to him on the phone and give him a tour if he needs it. And this is this nobody viewer that he declared himself. So there you go. Let me show you something real quick. Now, you can't, on Locals, you can. That's why Locals is so much cooler in many ways. You can actually reply in a comment on my Locals community, links down in the description, with a photo as part of your reply. You can't do that on YouTube. So I couldn't put this in the reply, but I have it here. I said, here, let's take a selfie to show. So this is cool, guys. It's fun. Look, there we go. This is right after I left that reply. I'm like, see, I'm sitting with him right now. So there you go. There's the there's the co-founder of PSA getting ready to drive me to one of their facilities, stopping to answer a 2A EDU, who's like the smallest channel on YouTube of all time, one of his viewers. Like, it was just pretty fun. I like this kind of stuff. How's it going, Frag Out Design Studios? Nice to see you, man. And whatever you have awesome that could be pending, I wish the best for you. Hope it goes through. Jeez, Pete, you guys are getting spicy. It's funny. Should have taken that drink a few minutes ago. I went to swallow, and my throat felt like I was swallowing a thing of chalk because I had been talking a lot and forgot to take a sip. Yeah, you guys are going to see soon what I have in mind with this. If you guys are looking for this, you got to go to my locals. I can't tell you where it is here, by the way. But I bought some of this. Hopefully, I'll have some left towards the hangout where we're going to put 1,000 rounds to it in an hour. But I thought of something really cool tonight, and I already made some arrangements, and I think you guys will like what I have in mind. I really do. What's up, Fun to Learn? Nice to see you, man. Who's the guy in the car without a hat on? I know. Dude, it's hot down here. Like, super hot. 84 degrees tomorrow. It was 81 today, and it's like October. Are you kidding me? Dude, I was sweating like crazy. I had just taken my hat off for a minute, just wait. You know, you get in a hot car, wait for the AC to kick on. Yeah, Gort. What's happening, Gort? He says a couple true artists in the house. I agree, dude. Definitely. Are you still in here, Linda? I know it's getting a little late for you. You got up early. If Linda's still in here, I want to give a couple things away, but it's nice when she can help me kind of figure this out. So give me 1 second here. I want to see if she's here. Someone earlier said I should give away the coffee maker. Can you see a coffee maker back there? When I move, I guess. Jeez, oh, Pete's, man. I come all the way down here, and you guys crack me up. I'm giving all this good information out, and the chat's nothing but like, hey, the coffee maker,
What about the toaster oven?
I have no idea. Does somebody want the toaster oven too? I can't give it to you. This stuff doesn't belong to me. I'm not in my house, by the way. I can't tell you guys exactly where I'm at, but geez, Dale said it. I didn't even read that yet. There's always that guy. Dale says no toaster oven. Jeez, oh Pete. Better hide that toaster oven from Ron Wayne. Jeez, oh Pete, man. Yeah, we better hide from him. Yeah, what's up, Kent? Hopefully I see you on locals tomorrow. 49 degrees where he's currently at. No, it's hot down here. You know what's cool, though? I walked out there and I saw a little lizard. People love to correct my pronunciations, but it's all right. They just like to do it for fun. But is it a nole or a knoll? A-N-O-L-E. It's the little lizard. There's a brown version and a green version, but I can't tell the difference because both can change color from brown to green. They're the little lizards. I didn't know they had them here until I was walking out on the deck of this house earlier. And I know there's cockroaches down here. I've seen huge ones, by the way. Huge ones, like, ugh. Those are nasty. But I saw this little lizard. I open the door, and I'm just walking through the threshold of it, and he just pops down, and I just see his head, and he's staring at me. I'm like, whoa, those are cool. I had them as pets when I was a kid off and on here and there. They're like the cheapest lizards you can buy at the pet store type of thing. But, yeah, they have those here. It was pretty cool. I'm not seeing Linda in the chat. Jane says those are palmetto bugs. I don't know. It looked like cockroaches to me, but maybe not. I'm not sure. There's all kinds of weird stuff down here. We'll just leave it at that. I've seen more strange stuff down here than I could even count. Every time I come down here, it never ceases to amaze me. But I didn't know there were lizards here. There's a couple native lizards in Michigan, but not really. Like they kind of exist-ish on paper, but you don't really see them. I've seen them like once. I saw a lizard in Michigan like literally like one time. Bug assault. Yeah, I know. No, dude, I just have like an AK with me and all this stuff. Not with me right here, YouTube. Susan Wiki. I just saw her all of a sudden. Like literally, I say that. I'm like, I just have an AK, not with me that I can touch. Didn't drive it here, none of that. Dude, not only can we not touch guns on live streams, but it literally says like if you're driving with a gun while you're live streaming. So for whoever's watching at YouTube, not driving. But I literally said, I have an AK and I just watched her take a like away that quick. You believe that? I'm going to get it back. Somebody forgot to hit it. Seriously, they like, oh, this place is nuts. But could you imagine? Pop her on the floor with an AK, turn it into Swiss cheese over a cockroach or whatever the heck it is. Oh, man. What's up, Gray Man? Nice to see you, man. He says, any info on the PSA Monday Saber M4A1 clone launch? I do not, but I'll share it on locals if I get anything on that. Dude, this place is huge. I just was able to spend one day there, okay? Things are a lot tighter this year than last year. Last year, I was able to go for like 3 days. This year, I just spent one day at PSA. Now I'm in a top secret roach-infested place that I can't tell you where it's at right now. But that Anoli's going to have my back. You know, I'm ticked off I couldn't catch him. Because if I would have caught him, I was going to let him in here. And they're pretty cool. Anyways, I didn't get to go all the way through all of their facilities and talk to everybody. I did see some people I knew there that I had remembered from, well, I guess it's been the last 2 years. So I did what I could, but I didn't exactly get the scoop on everything, Gray Man. But I wish I would have known you were curious about that. I would have tried to find out. All right, good night, Frag Out. Take it easy, man. I think what he was saying, the good news is he's going to engrave a special 2A EDU AK one day. I'm going to send him one, and he's going to send it back, is what that's his good news he's hoping for. No, he didn't say that at all. I just made that up. Okay, I wish Linda was in here to help me, but I think she probably had to go to sleep. Or Susan's messing with me. Let me see if I can pull this off, because I do not want to lie. I want to give away some stuff tonight on this live stream, and I have way more than I can give away tonight, so I'm going to pick a couple people here so I can handle it, all right? And then I'm going to need to wait until I've got some backup here in the chat before I can do too much. Does that make sense? Because Linda's better at picking people than me. I can't give you the hat, Harry Grumley. Nice to see you, man. I wouldn't have one anymore. There are literally no more 2A EDU hats in existence in the whole world. Fraga says, if this thing goes through, I'll definitely hook it up on 2A something when it's all said and done. Well, thanks, man. I was messing with you, dude, but no, you know what I'm saying. Thank you. Dude, I hope you get something that makes you like so rich and prosperous that you can just like hook your boy up a little bit and we're still like all so happy when it's said and done. We're on the same page, right, man? It's like, dude, we were friends when we were poor. You know that whole thing you say to people? No, dude, I wish the best of luck to you, man. Very talented. If you guys aren't familiar with Frag Out Design Studios, you might want to become familiar. I've got dibs on being his bestie while we were still all poor, though. You guys can't have that, but you might enjoy his content and his designs. You know what I'm saying? C&T Designs. We were friends while we were poor, right? If you guys ever strike it rich here for no reason at all, or for good reason, or for the best reasons, it doesn't matter why. Remember, we were friends when we were poor. Heck, I'm not even rich right now and never will be, and I'm still hooking you guys up. Okay, the email address is 2aeduperks@gmail.com, and I'm going to pick a couple people in the chat I want to get some of this stuff mailed to as soon as I get back right quick. I'm going to pick who you are right now. Ooh. Nice, Frag Out. Nice, dude. No, I wish the best for you, man. Hopefully it pans out. All right, I'm just getting some stuff out of the bag. I'm going to pick a few people right now and tell me your YouTube username so I know I picked you. And let me finish getting this stuff out. And your address if you want us to ship it to you. If you don't want us to give your address, then don't respond and I'll pick somebody else. So I have some cool stickers. I'm going to go over these. I'm going to get some more swag from this place that I'm not yet revealing that was at tonight and I'm going to tomorrow. But I was at PSA and I'm already sharing that. So this is just stuff I got from PSA. I'm going to get some more stuff from other places, but I have a bunch of stickers. And some of these, I don't know where you guys get these from, like if you can buy these or not, but I don't think you can. And all of you don't live in South Carolina, so this may be a treat for a couple people. And I hope it is. Is anyone into stickers at all? Let me know real quick in the chat. Eggerizer just picked up some ammo at PSA from my link. Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Over on Locals, look, that's a way you guys can literally financially support the channel totally for free. A couple people tonight have been like, dude, I wish I could help this guy out. It's hard, dude. We're all working together to keep this going. Go over to my Locals. Check out what I do over there. I promise you, I can help save you guys a ton of money, and you can literally financially support these trips and everything I do, no matter what it is, without paying one penny. So thank you, Eggerizer. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Safe Bling, cars, whatever. Okay. Travis Chapin says he likes stuff. So Travis, email. Mateo had thrown it in there. 2aeduperks@gmail.com. And I'm going to show you guys the sticker packs that I have. So we're going to give you guys some random stickers. So all of you have seen these. I'll ship you one anyways, though, because I have a whole stack of them. These are the ones that you get with every order, right? But it's still a classic sticker, and they're really cool. Now, I have an alternate one if there's any ladies in the house. I also have some of these. Oh, let me come up over here. See, I'm kind of disoriented. I'm not on my main computer. That's the dagger. That's the newer dagger one. So maybe you got a different one when you bought your dagger pistol, but these are some cool stickers. And this is all like exclusive limited edition stuff. I don't suspect you guys would want me to, so it won't hurt my feelings if you don't, but occasionally people have asked if anyone wants me to sign any of this, just say it in the email and I'll sign it for you. Or a 2aedu sticker or whatever. So, but I'm picking the people. I can't give it to everybody right now. I don't have money for postage stamps, but I have these here. We're going to give away more tomorrow night on Locals. We're going to give away a bunch more next Friday because, and I understand why she works hard and gets up early, but I don't think I have anybody to help me pick tonight. Jackal, these are cool. Yeah, a bunch of people are going to end up with these. I can't give them away all tonight. One more time. I don't have enough postage stamps, but there's another stack of Jackal. These are cool. I like these stickers. This is the AAC, and it's like super metallic. This is like metallic foil type and a really, really sharp sticker. By the way, I've already had one of each of these stickers for a long time, so they didn't hook me up with all this stuff. They're hooking up you guys. Like, look at this. It doesn't matter, dude. There's channels with 1 million subs, and they don't have all this stuff to give away. That's when I come down here. I make it pretty clear who I'm here for. This is pretty cool. DP and Nas. Tell me what that reminds you guys of. Definitely a cool retro look. So these are cool. I also have a few of these new Saber stickers, which I already know somebody that wants one of those right now. I'm going to pick a list of names here out of the chat. So if I pick your name, just email me with your YouTube name and then your mailing address, wherever you want it mailed to. I don't care if it's a P.O. box or whatever, it'll go in an envelope. All right, so Travis, email 2A EDU perks. Can you throw that in there for me, Mateo? Or maybe you did, because I am really far behind on the chat right now. Travis Chapman, send me an email. I'm just going to give you guys like a random assortment of these in an envelope. You know what I'm saying? I have more of some than others, but well, I'm just showing you guys all the selection I have. Come out in PLA had chimed right in. Email me, come out in PLA. 2aeduperks@gmail.com. So we've got Travis and come out in PLA. I'm doing this on the honor system. If you guys didn't get anything tonight, we're going to keep going with this, all right? I'll do it again on locals tomorrow night. I'm going to come back next week. I want as many of you guys as possible to end up with some stuff, some souvenirs. You know what I mean? And I definitely need to go back here and QD that left the super chat, definitely email me. Again, this is on the honor system, but you guys do need to tell me your username because I can't literally send this to everybody. Anybody that left a super chat tonight, email me. I want to get you guys some stickers for sure. You super chatted me. We'll give a little back and some postage. You know what I'm saying. Gray Man with the generous super chat. Thanks so much, dude. I appreciate it, man. He says, I'm glad you're having fun, brother. Thanks for the steel case update. Have a safe rest of your adventure. Well, thanks, man. And again, I'm going to keep it a secret just because it's more fun that way, but I do have something planned. And I've already done part of the video with the famous GF3, PSA GF3 AK that some of you guys that come to my hangout are going to shoot it again this year in about a month. But there's going to be a twist, and you'll see. Make sure you email me, Gray Man, okay, so I can get you some of the swag. I'm assuming you want, I'm assuming you're going to want a Saber one because you just talked about it. So make sure you email me, Gray Man, so we can get that out to you. Denny's Plant-Based Training, what's happening, dude? Nice to see you, man. My friend all the way from Texas. Thanks for being a channel member and for that generous super chat. He says, here's a little help with the mail money. Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. You know, it adds up. And again, guys, I'm going to keep – a lot of you guys are going to get hooked up. A lot of you are. But it's 60 cents a stamp. You know, it adds up. So thanks, man. He says, by the way, I haven't received the so Denny's help kick in. But awesome, dude. He says, here's a little help with the mail money. Thanks for hooking people up. By the way, I haven't received a dagger sticker with any of my daggers. Weird. Sound off, chat. Let me know. Some of you guys own PSA daggers, right? Great pistol. By the way, I shot my very first dagger again at PSA too. I shot a couple of their guns that they own. I literally bring my exact guns that I purchased with my own money back there and to other events to shoot them for you guys because kind of like that viewer that got a little bit spicy with Josiah. And Josiah's like, dude, have him email you. I'll give him my number. That guy, I truly understand it. I'm going to tell him and all of you if he's watching, and especially all of you, at least with me, this is all I can speak for is me. He's wrong. It's not like that, but I totally understand why people think it is. And so since I know people think that, what I'm known for is I'll go to these events sometimes, and it's customary that you just shoot their gun that the company owns. But people will think to themselves, maybe they're doing something tricky with the gun. And maybe some of them are. I have no idea. They might do something to the gun behind the scenes where it's not the same as the one you bought. I don't know that. But here's the kicker. When I buy a PSA GF3 AK with my own money, I'm good friends with the co-founder, but I don't even tell him I'm buying it. I just order it. Trust me, they're such a big company, he couldn't possibly look at all the orders. So in other words, I buy it with my own money. He doesn't know I bought it. There's no way he could even hook me up on that GF3 with some super secret, polished, perfect version. No, I buy it just like you guys do. I buy my dagger just like you guys do. And then I come down with excellent host. It's basically like, dude, what gun do we make that you want to shoot? And I'm like, I'll bring a couple of mine and shoot a couple of yours that I don't have to show you guys some new stuff. But it's like, no, dude, I'm bringing the one that I bought so people can keep going on the journey with me and see that, like, this is what my gun that I bought under the same terms that any of you would. So I don't know. I like doing that. Hopefully it matters to you guys because I completely understand why people have suspicions about stuff. Email me, James Kawasaki. Thanks for the super chat, dude. He said, well, let's cover a stamp for the banana sticker. Yeah, if you guys have a specific request for one and you're emailing me, sound off. I'll do what I can. Tonight, there's still pretty good pickings, obviously. But as we keep giving these away throughout the next few streams, you guys can see the logistics here. I am going to run out of the dagger stickers before I'm going to run out of the AAC stickers. So I'll do what I can, right? But yeah, man, definitely email me 28edu perks. I think Mateo's put it in the chat by now. Again, guys, just tell me if you've left any super chat tonight. I'm going to pick some more random people. A lot of you guys support the channel in many ways. Don't worry, I'm going to have your back too. Okay, I'm going to put out something to the Patreons and the channel members and the local supporters. So I'm trying to have as much fun as I can running this stream single-handedly. The last thing I want to do is let anybody feel left out. So I'm just going to do what I can. All right. Give me one moment here. BJ Brick 1 says, I've admired that hat from day one. Easily my number one most wanted gun tube merch. Awesome, man. I'm probably going to bother you about this until you get some. All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the encouragement. These were for sale for about a year. That company is no longer doing merch. Thank you. And keep bugging me, man. I need a little peer pressure on this stuff. I do. RIP, Dango JJJ. Send me an email, 28eduperks@gmail.com. I'm definitely going to pick you. If you have a little request like sign mine, or I really like to, maybe you're like, dude, I'm a Jackal fan. Like you had preference towards, I'm going to try to give you guys a couple in that envelope, a couple, few, whatever. You know what I mean? But if you have a preference or anything like sign it or whatever, if you could just include that in the email, because it's too much for me to keep track of all of the chat in real time, okay? Did you guys get the PSA dagger stickers with your dagger? I don't think I finished my sentence earlier. The dagger sticker I got, and I bought a few daggers, okay? And like, it depends how you buy them. If you just buy the frame, I don't know. But if you bought the whole gun usually, or I bought the case/frame combo a couple different times, I've got like 4 dagger slides and 4 dagger frames. You don't have to be rich to own 4 of those, by the way, especially if you're following my locals deals. Like that stuff's been so budget, it's not funny. They would give me a sticker that it's like a dagger, but it's more of the shape of the pistol itself. And it's kind of like a white with a baby blue. Does that sound familiar-ish to people? Let me know if any of you guys got those. But these palmetto stickers are cool. They do send these with most orders, but maybe you guys have never ordered. It is an awesome sticker. All right, so let me find somebody else here. Okay, Mateo's first in line for any free dagger slides. I don't have a box of slides to give away, but you would be the first one I'd give one to. COD says, could this cover some safe playing? Dude, I appreciate you guys being generous, man. Absolutely, dude. Email me, 28eduperks@gmail.com. Just tell me I'm COD, you know what I'm saying? And I just need the address. So yeah, dude, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see here. I'm gonna hang out with you guys for probably about another 10-15 minutes. Dude, it's hard to find the blum. Yes, it's hard to find the blum on a lot of the PSA blums. Let me just go through here real quick. I don't know, man. This is nothing like that. I'm just trying to have a good time, dude. Just trying to have a good time tonight. Let me see here. Is there any ladies in the chat? I'm looking for a lady in the chat. I know there's women that watch this channel. I see them in here all the time. I have something here that's kind of more specific to the ladies. Yeah, I would appreciate if nobody's copying my stuff. So, that's technically a question to go like. Look, I guess like, how do I say that? On a legal level, you go through my attorney on that, but we'll just say it's not a good idea to copy people's registered logos. So I think you meant that as a compliment, and I appreciate it, dude. But yeah, probably not a good idea to copy my logo and distribute it. I'll just say that because, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Okay, thanks, Harry. I figured. But a lot of people watch this and a lot of people see the chat, so I just had to take a moment to clarify. No, dude, the blum on my PSA GF3 8K, you had to take. Some of you guys have seen this, right? I've taken it apart on locals live streams because I can touch guns there. These are really cool stickers. I like these, by the way. The banana sticker, right? Anyways, we had to literally take the gas tube off. So the upper handguard and gas tube assembly off the rifle, and like then we could see there was a teeny bit of not even missing finish. And it's not paint, by the way, either. It's a Teflon finish that they spray on those guns, on the PSA AKs. I've seen the paint booth. I've seen how they do it. It's a really, really durable finish. Like, we cooked that rifle down, and it still, like, has retained its finish. And even the spot where the blum was, where there was I don't want to say it was a bubble, and it wasn't even down to the bare metal. There was a spot, like, teeny, 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 like a pea would have totally covered, like the little green vegetable pea, right? I think it's technically a legume or whatever, but we won't go there. But yeah, just the little pea itself could cover it. It was so small, and it was smeared when it dried there, but it was on the bottom side. Think about the way that gas tube stacks up on top of the barrel. If you held it just to the right light after you knew it was there, you could barely catch it by looking at it underneath and sideways, right? So yeah. And after trying to cook the darn thing down, it didn't change. It didn't like start flaking off from there or anything like that. Now it's a proprietary Teflon finish that they put on there. Well, there we go. Yes, I will give you something at the Hangout, Jane, because you're local. Look what I got. Have you guys seen these before? I think these are hard to get. These are pink. Okay. Hopefully it's actually showing up pink in the lighting. It kind of looks red on my screen, but they're like a light pastel, girly pink color. And men like pink too. That's fine. It's fine to like a girly color. I'm just saying it's a. Is Ting Ting in the chat? Let's see if Ting Ting surfaces. All right, who else have we got in here? Who else wants a couple stickers? Let me know real quick. I want to pick a few more people and then I'm going to sign off for tonight because I do need to get up rather early in the morning. No, it's all right if guys like pink Rob Morris. I'm just messing with you guys. Do you want some stickers, Rob Morris? Send me an email. I'll even send you a pink one. Just make a little note. Email me, Kurt24. I know Linda has a lot of you guys' addresses, and a lot of you guys have been longtime friends of the channel. You at least have to email me, because if not, like, it'll go into Never Never Land. So email me, and even if you already know Linda has the address, say, hey, Linda, I know you have the address. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. There's a Michigan man. Do you want some stickers, Wiley? Send me an email to aeduperks@gmail. I'm going to type this in real quick one more time. Just tell me your YouTube name, guys, when you do this, and then where you want to mail to. Yeah, definitely like to send stuff to some Michigan people. I'll do this again on Locals tomorrow. I want to give these away to you guys as much as I can, because it's just like a little souvenir from the trip. You know what I mean? Saber. This is the first time I saw those. I kind of lied to you guys, but it was a total accident. I said, dude, I already have all these stickers. I actually don't have one of these yet. So I'm sure you guys won't mind. I'll peel off probably one of these for my sticker collection, and then. But yeah, these are a newer sticker for sure. These are cool though. I really like the AAC ones. I like blue. You guys know I like blue. I'll probably wear a blue shirt in my local stream tomorrow night, but it's a really pretty blue. And it seems like the lighting in here, there's never good lighting when you have to stay out of town, right? Yeah. But they're a really cool sticker in real life. These. Like I said earlier, I don't even know if you can buy this stuff or not, but all right. Well, a lot of people are telling me what time it is. Was there anybody else that 13-8 bear? Yeah, send me an email, man. Send me an email. We'll hook you up. Send me an email, and my lovely wife will go through and hook you up. Kent, really liking that DPMS sticker and the AAC and the Saber. Yeah, DPMS is part of the family, the PSA companies, if you will, the JJE, however you want to word it. It's fine with me. But yeah, man, I'm excited to hear they're almost there with that steel cased ammo. That'll be cool. That's their target date, but I'm gonna do a short video, by the way, talking about that and put it up there real quick on YouTube, because everybody doesn't watch the streams, the whole stream, whatever. It's all good though. You guys get to hear it first. Kind of debating. Okay, yeah. Send me an email, Kent. James Kawasaki said, okay, the AAC is pretty cool. They did just whatever one you guys like, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll just have her throw some in there and see what'll mail with a stamp. And if I told you to email me and you had a certain request, go for it, right? Yeah, if you guys missed the first part, as with any stream, this was kind of a dynamic stream tonight. Started off with suspicions of something that I hope isn't on the rising, but we need to look out for. With possibly another country that's selling us ammo sanctioned. Go back and watch the replay and enjoy that. I also talked about the timeline and order of calibers, right? the targeted timeline and order of calibers that they're going to be released for the we're just calling it PSA ammo right now, just like AAC. Yes, it's its own company, but it's still within their family of businesses. So since it hasn't hit the shelves yet, we're just calling it PSA steel cased ammo for now. I honestly do not know exactly what they're going to brand it as. This is just what I'm going to guess, and nobody's told me this, but I'm going to guess, and what I think would be a cool name is you have Soviet Arms. Like I've showed on my locals and here on YouTube, actually, my PSA GF3R, which was an original Romanian surplus parts kit build, right? And some of you guys actually shot that too when I brought it to the Hangout 2 years ago, the 2A EDU Hangout. And I've done a review on it on YouTube as well as shown on locals many times. That's now under their Soviet Arms line. I've also shown just on locals, but soon you guys are going to see a video on YouTube as well of my PSA Tula parts kit build, as in Russia. Real Russian military surplus kit build. And that's also sold under the Soviet Arms brand. So with all that said, I think it should be called Soviet Ammo, right? I think that'd be a great name for it. And maybe it'll be called that. Maybe it won't. I don't know. One more time, if I picked your name, just give me your username. So we'll check that real quick against the old chat log here and your address, and I will type it in the chat one more time. Last call. If anyone would like stickers, tell me right now. If not, we can do it again some next week as well as tomorrow night on locals. I will give away some more. And I probably didn't pick everybody that asked tonight. I can't give them away all tonight, right? But I'm also just like by myself here with like a 90-1 outnumbered ratio at the moment. So we will definitely come back and catch up to you guys with more of these. And I will give them all away as soon as I can. All right, we're going to give away a couple more real quick at the last minute here for tonight. And then we'll get back on this again soon and get as many people hooked up as we can. All right, let's go with Dolly Madison's dad. Said would like the banana and AAC. All right, send an email to 2A EDU Perks right there in the chat. And I see Nutty357 popped up here. So email me, Nutty. Go ahead and send me an email, Harry. Yeah, I don't have any Henry stuff. He's talking about pizza and Pizza Huts and all kinds of crazy stuff. Jeez, oh, Pete. All right, cool, guys. Well, I had a good time hanging out with you tonight. Let's see. We did a couple things. Breaking news of something I'm speculating on. Just wanted to throw it out there and think about. Breaking news on some targeted releases for some American-made steel case ammo. That was pretty cool. Tried to share some of my trip with you guys. Hopefully you liked that story about the customer service from the parking lot. That was pretty fun for me to tell. And it gave away some stuff. And even though you were getting a little spicy tonight, Ed Zachary, I saw you out of the corner of my eye getting a little spicy, but we're still friends. So definitely email me, Ed, at 2A EDU Perks, and we'll get you some stuff sent out too. So that's the last person I'm picking tonight. And I will see you guys here on locals. Links down in the description if you don't know what I'm talking about. No, it's not a dating site. Stop asking me that. It's definitely not a dating site. And I will see you guys there tomorrow. If not, then I will see you, here on YouTube probably next Friday. I have some videos that I'm going to be posting that I'm excited about posting. I'm going to get back in town mid next week. Have to hit the ground running with a couple days of work, but I'll get those videos hooked up soon. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching and have a good one.